Welcome to our channel. Today, we continue our journey through Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. If you missed the previous video on chapters 33 and 34, be sure to check it out. Now, let's dive back into 19th century England and high society. You are listening to Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. In chapter 35, Darcy proposes a second proposal to Elizabeth. He begins by expressing his love and admiration for her, stating that his feelings have only strengthened since their last meeting. Then, Darcy admits to his previous wrongdoings, including interfering with Jane and Bingley's relationship and maligning Elizabeth's character to her friends and family. Finally, Darcy reveals that he acted out of love for Elizabeth and a desire to protect her from an unhappy marriage, but acknowledges that his actions were wrong. Darcy then tells Elizabeth that he has changed and given up his previous pride and prejudices. He asks Elizabeth to marry him, promising to be a kind and attentive husband who will always support her. Elizabeth is taken aback by Darcy's proposal and the change in his demeanor. She acknowledges that she has feelings for him but is still hurt by his previous actions. She asks for time to consider his proposal, and Darcy agrees to await her answer. The chapter ends with Elizabeth reflecting on Darcy's proposal and the change in her feelings toward him. She realizes that she loves him but is still conflicted by her feelings of anger and hurt from his previous actions. The chapter ends with Elizabeth's thoughts on Darcy and the future of their relationship. Chapter 36, Lady Catherine's Interference, opens with Lady Catherine visiting Elizabeth at the parsonage of Mr. Collins, her cousin. Lady Catherine is unhappy with the news that Elizabeth may soon be engaged to Mr. Darcy, and she confronts Elizabeth about the matter. Lady Catherine tries to pressure Elizabeth to refuse Mr. Darcy's proposal by reminding her of her lower social status and the poor connections of her family. However, Lady Catherine is unsatisfied with Elizabeth's answers and leaves in a huff. Elizabeth is upset by the encounter and shares the details with her friend Charlotte Lucas. Charlotte tries to console Elizabeth and reminds her that Lady Catherine's behavior is improper. Elizabeth and Charlotte speculate why Lady Catherine would be so interested in her relationship with Mr. Darcy. Later, Mr. Darcy visits Elizabeth and confesses that he asked Lady Catherine to visit her. Darcy shares with Elizabeth that Lady Catherine is his aunt, and she has heard rumors of their engagement from someone in the village. Darcy also admits that he was afraid Elizabeth would accept the proposal of his enemy Mr. Wickham. Elizabeth is shocked and hurt by Darcy's actions and refuses to forgive him. The chapter ends with Elizabeth reflecting on the events of the day and her feelings for Mr. Darcy. She is torn between her feelings for him and the knowledge of his interference in her life. She wonders if she will ever be able to forgive him and if their relationship will ever be the same again. Thank you for joining us for this summary of Pride and Prejudice, chapters 35 and 36. Stay tuned for more twists and turns in this beloved classic. Don't forget to subscribe for updates, and if you need a copy of the book, check the link in the description. Get ready to fall in love with Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy all over again. See you in our next video.